Welcome back to my Bonsai My Way or Ringo Noki Bonsai, depending on what platform you're watching on. Today I want to talk another video on Cotoneasta because it's such fantastic bonsai subject. So I'm going to show you how we're going to end up with one of these in a few years. It simply starts off by taking cuttings. This is a Cotoneasta microphyllus. It's got smaller leaves than the horizontalis, what I normally use, and it doesn't get the brown tips that these sometimes get. I haven't got any this year, but other years, yeah, you do get a little brown tip. Nothing to worry about, but it's not really very pleasant to look at if it's a show tree. So this was an eBay special, and luckily it's got quite a good base, so I can get lots and lots of cuttings off this, and I mean lots over time. And I've got a good, must be about the thickness of a finger, that trunk down there. So happy days. Possibly the thicker branches I could earlier in time. So here goes. Basically I'm going to select prune. So these you can get cuttings from this sort of thickness down to the thicker branches that's coming away from the base there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut that off there. All what I'm cutting away is going to be cuttings, and I'm going to cut this at an angle where the last leaves are coming out of. Cut them really back short, and when you take a normal cutting you generally strip all the leaves, but I find with these and the pyrocanthas, the fire thorns, that there's no need. Before you know it, generally the root. I'm going to take that out because it's a little bit thick. Just going to leave that stump as is and tidy it up when it roots. Put that back there. I'm going to leave that there, and until I'm ready to plant it, gets plonked into a bucket of water. These little ones, the soft grown tips, they can't die off, so I'm going to cut it down to there, cut it at an angle where the last bud is coming from. There you go, that's the process. Here's a little cutting. I've simply put a bit of wire to it to give it a bit of shape, and then that'll be put into some compost or root. Put it in the water for now till I make some more cuttings. So I've taken quite a lot of cuttings and I'm ready to just put them in this pot here. Use me long tweezers like that, push down, simple as that. So there we have it. I've even had enough to plant the smaller one up there. These are just the straight ones. Once they're rooted they will be wired, and all I'm going to do with that is put them in the greenhouse, and I keep them in the tree of water, keep them moist. There's the one that are, well, one of them that are wired. That could be a nice cascade. There's another one there that's got wire on. But there you go, just a a simple video on how you take Cotoneaster cuttings alongside any other cutting. Another good one is Port Entilla. You get some cracking cuttings off them, but I'll leave it now, and thanks very much for watching this far, and as usual, if you can like it, that would be great, and subscribe and share, of course. Thanks now, and see you in the next one. Bye.